One of the greatest tennis players to have ever played the game may be someone you have never heard of. William Tatum Tilden II towered over tennis both literally and figuratively. He was known as Big Bill, although he was only 6 foot 2 inches tall. He thoroughly dominated the game from 1920 to 1926. During that stretch, Bill Tilden won 6 straight US National Championship men's singles titles. He did win 7 US National Championship men's singles titles overall, and he won Wimbledon 3 times. He punctuated that by winning 13 straight Davis Cup matches and leading the United States to 7 consecutive titles over the foremost players from Australia, France, and Japan. Bill Tilden brought a thinking approach to tennis rather than a booming serve and a banging forehand. He studied and mastered the use of spin. He favored drop shots and lobs and would rely on his athleticism and physical talents to defeat his opponents. Tilden's place in tennis history extends beyond his on court prowess. He was handsome, smart, gregarious, and charming, but he was likewise opinionated, arrogant, and inconsiderate. As his stardom rose, so did his ego. Despite personal shortcomings, tennis holds its heroes in the highest esteem and close to the heart. Tilden was no different. He was beloved and admired, as much for the brilliance he brought to the court as the Hollywood appeal he exuded off it. That side of Bill Tilden's personality was fitting. He long desired to become an actor and was a writer of more than 20 tennis books. Alison Danzig, the legendary New York Times tennis writer from 1923 to 1968, called Bill Tilden the greatest player he has ever seen. Tilden had style and flash, walking onto the court in the 1920 US National Singles Championship Finals against William Johnston wearing a camel haircoat. Luckily, Tilden was able to back up such pretentious entrances with match-winning performances, such as the one against William Johnston, where he won the 5-set slugfest 6-1, 1-6, 7-5, 5-7, 6-3. He went on to dispatch William Johnston in 5 of his 7 title match victories. With the triumph, a star was born. Legendary status would soon follow. Bill Tilden played as an amateur from 1912 to 1930, and then, in need of money, he played professionally from 1931 until his death in 1953. For years, Bill Tilden had resisted the lure of professional tennis, but it was estimated he earned $500,000 in his professional tennis career. As either an amateur or a professional, Tilden was almost unbeatable. His 7 US national victories were earned at a 91% clip. He had 73 wins in 80 matches, and from 1920 to 1926 won 42 straight matches. Frenchman René Lacoste interrupted Tilden's reign of mastery, winning the 1926 and 1927 titles, the later victory coming over Tilden in 3 sets. Though doubles was not necessarily his forte, judging by his US national record, he was extremely proficient. He won 5 men's doubles titles and added 4 mixed doubles championships. Bill Tilden became the first American male to win Wimbledon, capturing back-to-back championships in 1920 and 1921 over Australian Gerald Patterson and South African Brian Norton respectively. Curiously, he did not return to the All England club until 1927, losing in the semi-finals 3 straight years. In 1930, Bill Tilden won the Wimbledon singles title, defeating American Wilmer Allison in straight sets. Bill Tilden was 37 at that stage. Tilden's Davis Cup teams were invincible from 1920 to 1926, winning 7 straight titles. Big Bill led the charge, compiling a 34-7 record, including a 25-5 mark in singles.